guess, Eric, the usual. Is there an update on Goran and Jimmy? What might their status be for Saturday?
No new update. Status is the same. Both were here. We had a good mental work day today, and they participated in that.
So did they do any on-court work, or was there even on-court work to be done?
Not have a new update.
Okay. Going ahead tomorrow, when a lot of people looked at your schedule, they said, the Heat get a break, they get the Suns on their schedule. What Phoenix has done surprising, or is it just a case of teams mature and find their way?
I don't know. They've taken advantage of this training camp. They're very well coached. I have great respect for Monty, and they're playing with confidence, but also with purpose. They're defending at a high level, making multiple efforts. When you watch them on film, those things, jump out. They're doing things, the right way, for sure.
Oh, a couple for you. First with Duncan, your win-loss numbers when he gets to 20 points or more, it's pretty solid sans yesterday. Is there something to the way you guys look at things? You recognize, man, I know it's him spacing the floor and doing the many other things he does, but when he gets there and gets flowing, it's super impactful for winning.
Well, no question about it. He's becoming a more diverse basketball player. He helps our offense, not just with his spacing, but his movement, making defenses oftentimes put two on him, and that creates openings for other guys. We went to him even more last night with Jimmy and Goran being out. He was able to get some cuts, come off screens. I think last night was a pretty good indication of how much his game has grown and how important he is to our offense.
And then for Crowder, and this is all due respect to him because obviously he's bought into the work. Before coming to you, career average of 34%. He got up to a 40% year from three before getting to you all. Not shooting that ball well, but now shooting 54% over these last 4 games, and really through his time with the Heat shooting that ball well. Anything that you got into with his mechanics, or just the fact that you said we need this from you?
I think he put in a great deal of time in May and June. Just worked on his balance and keeping his shooting motion simple. But he has mechanics. He's in good shape. He's put in a lot of time. He's shooting right now, in fact, and I love it. When he's out there spacing the floor. I mentioned that before. I'd like to see him shoot, 2 or 3 deep ones a game. It really helps our spacing, and I think he has the accuracy, to really take advantage of that.
Devin Booker's kind of having a moment down here with the way he's played the last 4 games. He's often been perceived as high-scoring guy on a bad team. How did you perceive him over the last few years?
I mean, come on, we really liked him. I think everybody knew that. We worked him out. Had a really good workout and meeting and lunch with him. We've been a fan of his since he was in college. But he's somebody his game has grown, and I think the fit with Monty has really helped. Monty's provided that leadership and guidance, to a young player who wants to be great but wants to be part of a good team. I think has just been the right fit. And you're seeing him really take advantage of that. And the other guys have really been cultural fits for them as well. The pieces make sense. You can tell that they have a plan, type of guys that they want to have on their team. And like I said, I don't have to know anything about what they've done, but you can tell that they've really taken advantage of this training camp setting of practices and getting to their identity.
Did you think of him as an empty calories kind of guy his first few years, or did you see things like that he can be on a winning team?
Like when you're a young player on young teams, it's really hard to evaluate, because of the setting. If you have too many young guys, it's hard to really, make it about winning. You have to have the right combination and the right leadership and the right culture. All of those things. I think things are starting to fall into place, in his fifth year in regards to all of that. But in terms of his desires, ambition, his work ethic, he's had all of those things before that, and it's fitting within a team context right now.
Hi, Erik. How do you think Kendrick has been playing, and do you still really like him with the first group with his ability to play on or off the ball?
Kendrick just needs, more time. Very similar to Bam. I'm not making excuses for either one of them, but, when you miss that kind of times, it takes, guys different amount of 5-on-5 and games and practices to regain your rhythm. Before the hiatus, he was playing really good basketball for a couple weeks before that, and in May and June he was really working, and I loved the rhythm he was in then. So I have confidence that he'll get that back quickly. We need him because he provides something that's different, and when he's really in rhythm, he's a weapon that really adds to our diversity.
Hey, Erik, I was actually gonna ask about Kendrick, but since Barry did, I wanted to ask you about Meyers, because obviously he was a big part of what you guys did. You had a lot of success with that starting lineup, and then he's kind of been out of the rotation of late. But you've said he's healthy, right? So is this just situational at this point?
Yeah, these are tough decisions. I think in a perfect world, I wanted to go with that lineup. That lineup was one of the most successful lineups all season long. And look, the reality is we're in a global pandemic, playing in a bubble in Orlando. Nothing is normal, and I had to treat this situation with an open mind. And I don't love having to make those decisions because Meyers is not only just a great team guy, he's all about team dynamics. He's selfless, but he, more importantly, helped us win. This is what we feel is best for us right now. But again, I'm open to change. I'm open to change if necessary, and he's on my mind every day. But his approach has been great. He's working right now. He will keep himself ready. I know that.
Hey, Spo, now that you've had a chance to look at the film, what were your thoughts on Derek's performance yesterday, particularly in the third quarter, where he hit some threes, grabbed some offensive boards, and his usual energy?
Yeah, he brought that energy in the Boston game as well. He knows how to impact the game now in a lot of different ways, and he doesn't necessarily need the ball to do it. He brings that energy defensively, versatility to be able to guard multiple positions. And we need that. So I liked what I saw last night.
Thank you.
Spo, it's hard to get a full look without Jimmy, but to this point, have you seen, especially with the rotation as it looks like right now, have you seen what you want to see out of the defense?
We definitely have some more I would say stable progress in what we were trying to get accomplished in training camp. Both times we come out of training camps, we've had a better defense, and that goes back to October. And I think we've developed some better habits, reminded ourselves during these practices of what's important, what our identity is, what we're trying to get accomplished. And I've seen way more stretches of that, in these four seeding games for sure.